They certainly are, and it's one of the most dominant programs here in the Concho Valley the last decade plus. Yes, we're talking the Wall Hawks, but a new year comes a lot of new for the Wall Hawks in 2024. For the first time in 17 years, the Hawks will be without Houston Guy at the helm of their football program. Craig Slaughter moves from defensive coordinator to the head man for the Hawks this season in hopes he can push Wall over the regional final hump and secure the program's first state title. On top of that, the Wall offense will look a lot different in 2024. The move from a flex bone to a more modern spread offense with Gunnar Dillard sitting out this season to focus on baseball. Junior Landon York, senior Caleb Braden will compete for the QB1 job this season. Despite all that, though, the expectations remain sky high for Wall in 2024.
It's been awesome. It's something new to everybody. It's a learning experience. I think we have a great program. We have a hard preseason ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to what we can do there. My favorite thing is how good we are together. I mean, we're all supportive. We all don't bash each other, and we have a, like I said, tough preseason ahead, and I think that we're very capable of going 5-0 in it. And I think that if we play the best we can, we're very capable.
We're now joined by the head coach of the Wall Hawks. Not really new. It's a familiar face to Wall, but it is Craig Slaughter. We're here to talk Wall Hawk football. Coach Slaughter, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate you having us.
All right, first 2 weeks of practice are in the books for you guys. You know, what has impressed you the most so far through the first week and a half, 2 weeks?
You know, I can tell 2 weeks in, I really like where we're at offensively. That's obviously such a change. You're definitely worried about, bad snaps or, missing, not lining up where you should or spacing. And I've really been impressed with the job our offensive staff and our kids have how the kids have caught on.
For you, obviously, it is a new position for you, if you will, but, you've had head coaching roles before. What have you taken from that you're implementing this year with Wall?
I'm a very organized, structured guy, and it's just I think there's a certain flow of our practice. We use that segment clock, and it kind of makes you bounce around on time. We want everything to be crisp and efficient, and so far I think we have been. It looks good.
For you guys, you mentioned the spread offense, a new quarterback for you guys. How has the quarterback battle between the two gone, as you guys quickly approach week one with Mason?
Coming in, we knew it was Landon York or Caleb Braden. Well, pretty quickly, York is definitely going to be the guy that, that gets the reps tomorrow. Caleb is going to help us other places. Caleb is a team kid. He's going to play his rear end off, but Landon has looked awesome. Landon is going to set the world on fire. He is the dude can play, and he has good weapons. He has a strong offensive line. I expect a big year from Landon for sure.
Defensive side of the ball, something you are very familiar with. You guys have dominated the last couple of years defensively. How are you hoping that continues in 2024, especially with, the gauntlet of a non-district schedule you guys have?
The schedule's tough, but, again, the end game is you make sure in those meaningful games late in the year that your team is tested and, you feel good about what you can and maybe cannot do, with that team on the field. But, we will have a strong defense. We have really smart, good athletes, and you get kids like that, you give them a good plan, get out of the way, and they'll play. I think it's a comfort blanket, or, it's comforting. We don't have to go score, 35 or 40 points most weeks. There's some, maybe so, who knows? Yep. But, we're going to show up and compete, and we're going to play the game at a high level.
For you guys bring back quite a bit off last year's team, and, how is that going to help you guys, to be able to adjust to all this new, knowing you have juniors and seniors that can be leaders?
Now, we have very good continuity coming back. Again, there's so many of those key players that were huge parts of our team last year, and those parts that are kind of moving into some of those role pieces, they were huge pieces on Thursday nights last year, and the depth of our program and the talent we have, we feel very strong about where we're at and where we're heading.
For you guys, one word will put you on the spot here. What's one word to describe this 2024 Wall Hawks team as you guys get set for week one?
Just cohesiveness. I love the juniors and seniors, how they've kind of, I just think that the calm in that locker room right now is really good, and that's such a huge part of it. It can be challenging at times, because you're kind of fighting for the same playing time, and I just couldn't be more pleased with how I think the kids are, accepting and competing together and, trying to show us what they got.
All right, Coach. That's Coach Slaughter. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you coming out and showing off the Wall Hawks of what you guys have in store this year. We briefly touched on it in terms of non-district schedule. It's arguably one of the toughest in West Texas, and I will die on that hill. Wall gets the season started for the second straight year. Another Concho Valley team, 9th-ranked Wall, who began the season like they did a year ago, taking a trip to 2A Division I Power and 9th-ranked Mason. The Puncher Dome with its deer stands will be ready and packed to go that first Friday night. Last year's meeting, a 14-7 Puncher victory. The Hawks, though, they're looking for some revenge this year here in a couple of weeks to get the season started off 1-0 before they truly begin their season with a lot of 3A and 4A powers, including Jim Ned, Monahan, Sweet Hands, Idaloo, to name a few. I'm a poet, I don't even know it.